Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome to another crafty decor adventure. Olivia here at Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I am over the moon excited to share with you 5 different ideas for how to decorate a Christmas tree. So I love to use a ton of ornaments, ribbon, deco mesh, and all of that kind of fun stuff, and these are going to be kind of different themes and different ways that you can fluff up your Christmas tree on a budget as always. Right now I'm in the middle of my I Love Christmas series, so if you guys want to catch up on the rest of my I Love Christmas series, I'm going to link it for you guys in the playlist down below. Just click on that. You can binge watch all of my crafting and decorating, and also don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you punch that bell and click all, it will update you every time I post a new video. I also post several DIY videos a day over on Facebook, and I have a free little group page for you. Hey, we are going to decorate up a storm. Right now I'm working on getting my house ready. I've got a couple of my trees up so far, so we're going to be decorating them very soon. I cannot wait to share that with you guys, but without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your ribbons, glitter, and paint, and let's get to crafting and decorating. The best finds I've ever found in my Dollar Tree, and I actually found this summer. It's a 21-inch deco mesh from Dollar Tree. I love deco mesh. I love to put it into my tree, and I'm going to push it into my tree and then just take the tree branches and cross them over on themselves. It's really going to fill in the Christmas tree and just make it that much more magical. This step is obviously optional, but I do love a really full tree. So I'm going to share with you guys how I'm going to do this. I'm going to kind of do it a little bit of a crisscross pattern. Deco mesh is very forgiving, so don't get nervous. Just go for it and have fun with it. Again, this is obviously optional. Now I'm going to start at the top of my Christmas tree, and I'm just going to take the deco mesh and kind of push it into my tree, and then take the branch and cross it over on it. And then I'm just going to pull it out and push it back into the tree. And again, find another kind of set of branches where I can kind of just push it in and loop it over on itself. Comes back every year just to set my mind at ease. Oh, Christmas is a part of me. So for my Christmas tree, I actually found this Christmas tree at Hobby Lobby. It is a 7.5 foot flocked Christmas tree. My last Christmas tree was from the thrift store, and when we pulled it down from the attic, it had seen better days. So we decided to go ahead and replace it, and I am in love with this tree. Now I'm taking my Dollar Tree deco mesh and I'm just kind of cascading it down the front of the tree. And you can see I changed my mind, and I decided to just go ahead and cascade it in kind of a waterfall effect instead of zigzagging it like I did last year. And I changed my mind again and decided to do red deco mesh and then alternate it with the white deco mesh. I went with a candy stripe theme for my Christmas tree this year. This was a larger tree than what I did last year, and I didn't want to go out and spend a bunch of money on ornaments. So what I did was I took all of my ornaments that I had left over from last year and I grouped them together, and that showed me what I had to use. And what I had the most of were my candy striped ornaments. Last year I hit the jackpot at the end of the season, and I found a bunch of candy stripe ornaments at the thrift store, and I had kind of been picking some up here and there because I knew I wanted to do candy stripe in my kitchen. So a long story short, I had a bunch of candy stripe ornaments. So these are actually from the thrift store, and then I had also gathered some from an estate sale. A lot of them, I believe, came from Walmart and then the thrift store. So check your local Walmart, check your Hobby Lobby just for the candy striped ornament, and then so you can see that I have the red deco mesh and then the white deco mesh. And deco mesh is really pretty forgiving, so you're going to kind of pull these poofs out, and they're about 10 to 12 inch poofs, and you're going to kind of push them into the tree. Now the next step for me is to add these little cute candy cane elf legs, and again these did come from an estate sale. We have like an antique store down the road from us, and it's just every weekend they have like what they call an estate sale. It's not really a garage sale because it is an antique shop, but they call it an estate sale. So now I'm adding in these pretty little picks, and these are really pretty like plumes. They're very sparkling and they're absolutely beautiful. They're so sweet. They gave me a deal on just a pile of goodies. They do a lot of florals at this estate sale, and so I was able to get a really good deal, and I really don't ever use these kind of picks, so I was really excited. You guys will have to let me know what you think about this, but the sprays I just kind of spread apart and tried to do them somewhat evenly, and it does look kind of crazy as you're going along and building, but I do like to build my topper first and then kind of build out from there. Now these pretty sparkling greenery, again, I want to try to build up my elf legs over here, and I am going to add more and pull those legs in just a bit. And so I did end up adding 4 of these green little picks, but when you're adding greenery to the top, try to think about height and also dimensions. You want to add things that are going to give your eye something to look at. Now this bow I actually created last year, and to store my bows I just push pin them to my little crafting closet, so that will keep your bows nice and fluffy. Now, speaking of fluffy bows, I'm going to share with you guys how to make this DIY Olivia bow. No tools required. You're going to take this beautiful ribbon from Michaels, and you're going to take it and you're going to make a 12-inch loop, and you're going to take and loop the ribbon over on itself. This is so easy. You loop the ribbon over on itself, and I will tell you that this ribbon is wired. Make sure that your ribbon is wired when you're making a tree topper bow. So you're going to loop the ribbon over on itself 6 times, and you can see that I'm counting the ribbon to make sure that I get it about 6 times, or 3 loops on each side. Now I'm going to trim it off and then find my center, and then once I find my center, I'm going to take and I'm going to cut itty bitty tiny notches. Now make sure that this part that you just cut little bitty tiny notches. You don't want to cut too far into your ribbon, because then it could really easily fall apart on you. The reason you cut your notches is because you want your pipe cleaner or your wire to have something to grip onto when you pull your loops out. The next ribbon I'm going to use is just some plain sheer ribbon here. Okay, so again, I'm going to take it and loop the ribbon over on itself, but this time I'm going to go 2 inches bigger. Again, I'm going to do 6-inch loops, so you just take it and loop it over on itself again. So this is so super easy. Anybody can do this. You guys can totally do this. So take the ribbon, loop it over on itself until you get 6 loops here. Count them if you need to. Take it, find your center, cut itty bitty tiny notches, just super tiny notches here. Don't cut too far because you don't want your bow to fall apart. And then again, you're going to do the same process here, but you're going to go all the way out to almost 16 inches. You want a super huge bow for your tree topper. Now I'm doing a really large tree here, so you may want to do this to size. So if you have a smaller tree, you may want to go a little bit smaller. Measure your tree to fit the size of your bow. Okay, again, we're going to go 6 loops over here. So same process, and then you're just doing 2 inches until you get to the very this is the very biggest loop. So this loop is going to go in the back of your bow. And then you guys can go ahead, find your center again. Here we go. We're counting, make sure we've got those 6 loops, find your center, and then cut those little baby notches, itty bitty tiny notches. Again, you don't want to cut too far because you don't want your ribbon to fall apart. Okay, and the other thing is, you guys keep in mind that you can use any ribbon, so you don't have to do the candy cane theme. This is just my theme that I'm going with for my tree. Think about champagne and gold and blue, or pink or purple or glam. You know, whatever you guys love, go for it. Have fun. Get creative. Okay, I'm going to use wire here, but a lot of times I really do use pipe cleaner for my bows. Now, the next thing you guys want to do is make some tails. So I'm just going to pull out some really pretty long tails here. Cut them off. And again, you guys go for whatever size tails you want. I'm going to take and dovetail my ends by cutting a triangle in an upwards direction. This is really a pretty nice thing to do. It's going to give it that pretty boutique finish, which is something you're going to want to do, especially if you're selling your pretty bows. Now find your center and then just kind of pinch them together here, and then you can take and marry your bow. That means add your bow in, and now you've got some really beautiful tails. A bow this large in a boutique store or even at your craft store is going to be a lot of money. So here you go. And just for the cost of your ribbon, which really is not that much right now during the holidays when all your ribbon is 50% off at Michael's, is not going to be that much, you guys. And you're going to have quite a bit left over. You can see over here. Now, fluff those bows, baby. Make me proud. Fluff out your bows. So you can see I'm really going to fluff and then twist those loops. That's really going to give you a nice, full, fluffy bow. So I fluff my bow after I get done making my bow, and then once I get it on my actual tree or wreath or garland. These can go anywhere. Now I made 2 of these bows. I'm going to put one in the front part of my tree and then one in the back part of my tree. That way I have a tree topper in the front, and then it's going to go all the way around to the back. And there you guys have it, a gorgeous tree topper bow for next to nothing. I can't wait to see the tree topper bows you guys are going to be making. I did buy this ribbon at Michael's, but you can also find it at Hobby Lobby. Very similar. Now I've attached my beautiful bow to the top of my tree, and it's time for a good fluffing. I think it's looking really fabulous. And here is Benji Bear. He is my trusty assistant, and I trust me, he got into so much today, including part of a cup of coffee. Oh my goodness. I mean, he is a wild and crazy dog. If we had a camera to follow him around, he could probably have his own show, you guys. The shenanigans that he gets into, be my little assistant, I'm telling you what. But he's been the creative director. So here is my pile of ornaments, some Dollar Tree, some thrift store, Goodwill, some Walmart. I just pick them up along the way, and by the time season hits, I'm telling you guys, I have quite the collection. So that's one of my other little tips for you guys, is to kind of have a little running theme in your head. And then when you're out and about at garage sales and thrift stores, you can begin to kind of collect as you go. And especially with the candy cane theme, I always know I'm probably going to do my Christmas kitchen in the candy cane theme. And so then I can always be collecting that little theme. But I've used a lot, so I may be a little bit short on some of my candy cane ornaments this year. But this tree is looking oh so fun and fabulous, and it seems to have a life of its own as it's wiggling around. Now, I will tell you also, oh my goodness, this has just been such a learning experience for me, because I realized I probably need some more jumbo ornaments. I used a lot of my jumbo ornaments out in my studio tree. So if you guys are doing like a buffalo check with some Mackenzie Childs theme, you may want to go back and check out how I did my studio tree. I used a lot of buffalo check in that tree. And you guys can see that I'm looking into my camera as I'm decorating. I'm kind of squinting. I actually just ordered some new glasses, but I'm looking to see how it looks in the camera, because a lot of times things look differently in the camera than they do when you're decorating up close. You kind of have to take a step back. That's another tip I have for you. As you're decorating, you definitely want to pop back and take a step back, and then look and take a step back. Now, I love this mug from Dollar Tree. It says, "Don't get your tinsel in a tangle." And this is probably the best mug I've had so far this season. It really applies to pretty much everything. The next bow I want to make are some smaller bows for my tree. So this year, instead of using a lot of ribboning on my tree, I have been doing that in a lot of my trees. I decided to use more bows. So I'm going to use my Easy Bow Maker, and I'm just to make a super easy bow. And I'm telling you, this is an easy bow maker. You guys can find these on Deco Exchange, Amazon, Michael's, wherever you guys want to buy them is awesome. I'm going to start out with some of this candy cane ribbon. This is from Michael's. I believe it might even be left over from last season. This Hobby Lobby ribbon is pretty puny, but it's really inexpensive. So I'm going to tell you that the quality is pretty poor. I get a little frustrated with it, but the price is super cheap and there's tons of it. So there's a caveat, there's a trade-off with it. Okay, so I'm just going to add a layer of the stronger candy cane theme and then the lighter one. And I did kind of like this white this white. It had like a little bit of just a red stripe around it. I felt like it kind of neutralized some of the red and white stripes just a little bit, so I added 2 layers of that. It's also 75 foot and it's very stiff, so I kind of liked how it stood up with the bows. Again, the quality is not quite so great, but I liked how it was stiff, and so that held up really nicely. You always want to look for wired ribbon when you're making your bows. That's just a little tip from me to you. So I made a ton of these for my tree. Again, I decided not to do the wild ribboning like I did. Now, I did do a lot of ribboning on my studio tree, and I still will probably do ribboning on some of my other trees. I do have some smaller trees to kind of fill out some little corner spots in my home, and so I may do some ribboning on those, but for my large tree, I decided just to go bow crazy. You guys know me. I love big bows and I cannot lie. I think we need to do a t-shirt that says that. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? So anyway, I made a ton of these bows and I actually need to go back to the store for more ribbon because the back of my tree, do you guys always decorate the back of your tree? It seems like the back of my tree never quite gets all the way decorated. So I made probably about 6 to 8 of these bows, and this tree was so huge. I feel like I need to probably make like 6 to 10 more to fill out the back. But then I never end up decorating the whole back of my tree, and I don't know if anybody looks at the back of their Christmas tree. It just kind of is that spot. So let me know, do you guys decorate the back of your Christmas tree? Does it really matter? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I don't need to go back for more ribbon, and maybe I just need to save that money and buy somebody a nice gift or not worry about it. I don't know. Comment and let me know if you're team back of the Christmas tree or you don't worry about it. Here's how I'm using some of those Dollar Tree bows. They're red bows. They're already done. I think they're a great little cheat to use in your Christmas trees, in your garlands. I'm going to use them in my Christmas kitchen. They're already done, and I think they're super adorable. So you just pop them into your tree. They're a great filler. It's one of my little tips and tricks. So there you guys have that. It comes back every year just to set my mind at ease. Oh, Christmas is a part of me. And there he is, Santa Paws, Benji Bear, Puffer Pants, you name it, the star of the show. He has his Santa outfit on and he is ready to say hello. He has been on Santa's nice list or Mom's naughty list. I'm not for sure. No, I'm not. He's on Mom's nice list. I don't know. He did get into a lot of stuff today. And Mr. Romantic was feeding him treats. And so one popped back behind the Noel sign. But look at what a good boy he was. He only partially knocked over the sign and then he backed away. I think he got afraid. Which that might be a good thing. I'm wondering though, hopefully he doesn't go for my little DIY gnome. Can you guys see all the little Dollar Tree DIYs we've been doing? They're so fun. This is why I start doing DIYs early, because I have to have stuff to decorate with. So anyway, as always, you guys comment and let me know, what was your favorite tip or trick? What are you guys going to be doing for your Christmas theme this year? I love to hear what you guys are up to. What do you guys think about my wild and over the top crazy Christmas tree topper candy cane theme? Also, I wanted to let you guys know that I did get my mantle from Walmart. I'll try to link it, I guess. I don't really know how to link Walmart things, but it was a little splurge. We had an anniversary and a birthday combination thing combined. Mr. Romantic ripped out all of the old carpets in our home, and it was a long time coming. I had no idea what was underneath those carpets, but I'm really, really thankful that we replaced those. So now you guys get to see the big reveal. of our new flooring, and I'm really excited. And how gorgeous are these twinkle lights twinkling away with our pretty little Christmas tree. Super excited. And there's those Dollar Tree DIYs, that little candy gingerbread box. You guys are going to have to go check out the rest of the I Love Christmas series, especially if you're new here to my channel. I share so many DIYs with you guys on a budget. And check out that little Christmas tree theme. It looks like there's like really a window around my TV, but there's really not. It's really a neat little they have those Christmas tree, snowy themes. You just Google or you go on YouTube and you look up different snowy scenes. So go to YouTube and type in snow scenes, and there's so many different options to choose from. So anyway, what do you guys think about this Christmas tree? My daughter loved it. She came home and she was like, Mom, this is what we need in this day and age. And I'm like, yes. She's a teenager and she's so insightful and wonderful. And that's what I wanted. I just wanted us to come home and feel happy. And my mom and my little niece are in town. In fact, they moved back. And so she's 5. And I wanted her to come to my house and be like, feel like Santa Claus is coming to town, and her to come over and say, oh, Aunt Livy. So anyway, this is kind of just a happy tribute to everybody, and, home for the holidays when the kiddos come home from college, and I just want everybody to feel all the cozy and happy vibes and all that good stuff. So anyway, I love y'all. Thank you guys for being here, and I'm hugging your hearts, and I'm wishing you blessings and joy and Merry Christmas. And I hope you guys got some inspiration from this happy little tree. I can't wait to share with you guys how we're going to do this garland. And I do need to put some pictures kind of back on my walls. I've been kind of trying to hunt the thrift stores for some unique pieces and even shop around a little bit. But you guys know I really kind of like do some DIYs. So I'm trying to find some things or dream up some things that I think might be unique and kind of cool and different things like that. So anyway, I love y'all, and I thank you guys for being here. And check my social medias for the announcements on those Amazon gift card winners. And I'm just thankful and blessed to have you guys here.
Love is in the air, my heart is filled with peace. It comes back every year just to set my mind at ease. Oh, Christmas is a part of me.
Go in with this burlap ribbon. This is not wired ribbon, and I'm just going to start at the top, and I'm going to create like little ribbon loops to kind of wave it down the tree. So I want to, when you're looking at the tree, create 2 waves on each side and then a wave down the center. So I'm just pushing the ribbon in, and then I'm pulling it back out in about 12 to 16 inch loops. And so I did one side of the tree, and now I'm going in with the other side of the tree. And if you guys don't have a flocked tree, or you want it to be a little bit more secure in there, you could always use some floral wire or a pipe cleaner to secure it. But that flocking really kind of helps hold the ribbon. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that burlapfabric.com is offering you all a $5 off coupon. This burlap comes in 100-yard rolls, and I will leave the coupon code below in the description box if you guys are going to be decorating with burlap this season. I'm going to be using quite a bit of it to do kind of a glam rustic Christmas. So here it is with all of the burlap put into the tree, and now I'm just going in with some Hobby Lobby buffalo check plaid ribbon. They also have this buffalo check plaid ribbon at Walmart, and I'm just going to follow the lines of my burlap ribbon, and I'm just going to push the Hobby Lobby ribbon into the burlap ribbon, and so that flocking just kind of holds it. It doesn't have to be perfectly flush against the burlap. I like it to kind of be wavy and cascading. So I ended up doing 5 layers of these loops, so you guys can see one on either side of the tree, and then one that comes down the front, and then 2 in the back to go ahead and finish it off. Now for this tree, I want to go in with a smaller wired silver ribbon. This is just going to give my tree a little bit of extra sparkle and shine. So I'm taking that silver ribbon and I just kind of twist tied it with the little evergreen branches, and then I'm just kind of looping it in and around some of the burlap and the buffalo check plaid ribbon. And I think this is looking so gorgeous, you guys. I've had this idea for this tree floating around in my head for a while now, and I'm so excited to be able to execute it. And here it is with just the ribboning done. Now remember, you all can use this same ribboning style and just customize it to whatever holiday colors you're decorating with. So you can combine it with reds and greens, or just do all glam. You could do pinks, purples, blues, and golds. Whatever colors you guys are using, definitely change it out to suit your fancy. So now I'm just taking this greenery. I use this greenery piece in almost every display. I found it at Michael's, and it's just kind of like a cascading, dripping greenery, and I'm adding it to the top of the tree. And now I'm just going to take and make a large burlap bow. I just looped the ribbon over on itself, and then I'm twist tying the center with this pipe cleaner, and I'm going to pull my loops out. Now I'm going to make an Olivia bow with the buffalo check plaid ribbon. And so I just took the ribbon. This is so easy, you guys. Just loop the ribbon over on itself several times until you have 3 loops on either side. And then I'm untying the pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to tie the buffalo check plaid ribbon onto that. I want this to be a really big, over the top, fabulous bow to go on the top of my Christmas tree. And once you give it a little bit of fluffing, this is how it's going to look. And then I did go ahead and add some silver ribbon as well. So again, this is the same process. I'm just looping it over on itself until I get several layers. Just use however many layers that you love. And then I'm going to twist tie it into the center of this. And I actually do have a bow maker. It's called the Pro Bow the Hand, and I ended up using that for part of the bow on this tree. So now I'm just going to take and I'm going to twist tie with a pipe cleaner this bow onto the tree. And I do fluff my bow after I get it on. And you guys can see in the back, there's another bow that's very similar to this one that I just tied to the back. So these are actually 2 bows put together. Now I'm taking some of that Dollar Tree. It's a frosted evergreen that they're selling. You guys have to grab that if you see it. It's super cheap and gorgeous. And then I'm adding in some of the pine cone and cotton Dollar Tree stems. So I added 2 of the evergreen branches and then 2 of the cotton and pine cone stems. I thought that would be super gorgeous for kind of this glam look. And then I'm taking some of those Dollar Tree white berries and I cut them apart on their stems, and I'm just adding that to the top. So for this tree topper, you're just going to pipe cleaner it on. And then I did even add some lamb's ear that I found at Walmart from the fall season. So now that we have all of our ribbons and bows on, I'm going to take some Dollar Tree ornaments and just begin to kind of push them into my tree. Again, the flocking really helps them stay really well. So I'm using these larger white sparkling ornaments. I actually got those at the thrift store a couple of years ago. And then I'm using some of those Dollar Tree sparkling ornaments, the ones that have kind of like the little mirrored accents on them. And then Dollar Tree is also selling some really beautiful ornaments with pearls on them. I found quite a few of those and I added those to this tree as well. They come in an ornament shape, in a Christmas tree shape, and they're white and then the champagne color. Now I'm using some of those cute little owls. I added those, and then we also did a bunch of ornament DIYs on my channel with the Dollar Tree baby blankets. I have those added in and around the base and up a little bit higher as well. And here it is. There is that snowman that we DIY'd, as well as that large oversized package. There's the Dollar Tree little pillow that we made. We DIY'd the ladder, the glam candles back there. Pretty much everything, a lot of what you guys see here, excluding that wood chip tree, is DIY. This was a garland that we DIY'd. It was a Dollar Tree garland. It came out so fabulous. I was so excited. It's a collaboration with my dear friend Ramon at home. And also just this beautiful tree. You guys, I was over the moon excited for this. And then the little ladder over there was super fun. We made it using the Walmart paint sticks and some scrap board. So here is this tree. Comment and let me know what you guys think about this. I was over the moon to try this. Again, I've had this idea in my head for quite some time, and I think it came out so gorgeous. Sparkling glam with a little bit of farmhouse rustic flair. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so excited for Christmas. I am just crushing on all of these fun DIYs. Hey, also, if you guys need to catch up on my DIYs, definitely click on the huge I Love Christmas playlist down below. To get started decorating my designer-inspired tree, I'm going to take pieces of a ribbon that I've cut into 4.5-foot strips, and I'm just going to start at the top of my tree. I'm using the evergreen branches, and I'm crossing the branches over on top of the ribbon, and I'm going to wind the ribbon down the tree. I chose wired ribbon, and this ribbon is from Dollar Tree. I chose a sparkling red ribbon and then 2 different checkered board pattern ribbon. This ribbon they actually had out during the fall season. If you cannot find it now at the Dollar Tree, you could order it on Amazon, or you could also find it at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to wind it in kind of a cascading waterfall pattern, and you can just kind of pull it in and around the tree. I also want to let you know that this is a 6.5-foot flocked tree from Walmart. So you can see I'm just kind of pulling the little loops out, and I would say my loops are about 10 to 12 inch loops. Now I'm going to start in a different section, and again I'm using 4.5-foot pieces of ribbon that I pre-cut. Now if you have a taller tree, you may want to cut longer pieces of ribbon. Again, I am using wired ribbon, and this ribbon is from the Dollar Tree, so you do not have to break the bank and buy super expensive ribbon to create this designer inspired look. Now again, I'm using 4.5-foot pieces of ribbon, and I'm using 3 ribbon pieces together. Again, I'm kind of cascading them in a waterfall somewhat pattern, and you can tell it looks, I would say, a little bit of a hot mess right now, but bear with me because we're going to make this all come together. So now I'm starting on the other side of my tree, and I'm making it kind of meet up with the little spots that I've already cascaded down one side. So I cascaded down and I went to the left, and then now I'm cascading down and going to the right. So you just kind of want to create a little bit of a crisscross pattern, and it does not have to be perfect because we are going to layer so many beautiful ornaments on. You're not even going to see really the ribbon pattern after you're done. Now I'm using some Dollar Tree poinsettia picks, and I believe I used about 5 to 6 picks, and I'm not cutting them apart. I'm just popping them into the tree, and these are the smaller kind of poinsettia picks. You just pop them into the tree, and it's going to create this beautiful burst of color. So again, you do not have to use high-end designer picks to create a really beautiful tree. Go to Dollar Tree, pick out some beautiful picks, which they really do have some beautiful picks out right now. Now the picks that I chose are just the Dollar Tree poinsettia picks, and they're the ones that have kind of a really pretty, almost a velvet feel. So I used 4 bundles in my tree, and then I'm just pushing some bundles into the top part of the tree. Now comes the favorite part to make a big beautiful bow. So I'm taking the ribbon and I'm measuring from the top of my hand to my elbow to create my bow, and then I'm just going to loop the ribbon over on itself. And for a reference point, if you're new to my channel, this is what I call the Olivia bow. So I'm going to loop the ribbon over on itself a total of 6 times, or 3 times on each side of my bow. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to link a big bow video down below for you guys if you need help making bows. So you can see I'm counting my loops, and again, I want to have 6 loops. Or if you guys only have a certain amount of ribbon, that's okay too. Again, this is all Dollar Tree ribbon. Now this black and white check ribbon is actually from Hobby Lobby, but Dollar Tree did have that black and white check ribbon. I used so much of it during the fall, though I did end up running out. Now I'm finding the center of my bow, and I'm going to cut 2 little notches, one on either side of my ribbon. Very, very tiny notches. You don't want to cut too far into your ribbon because your ribbon will fall apart. The notches are important because it'll help your pipe cleaner have something to hold on to. Now bear with me. I'm going to do some super fun holiday dancing, ribbon dancing, or maybe awkward mom dancing really, because I'm listening and jamming out to some Van Morrison, or I'm really not quite for sure, but definitely some 70s music while I'm making my ribbons. Okay, so again, I'm just doing the same type pattern here where I'm measuring the ribbon the length of my arm, and I'm going to do some more dancing here, but I'm basically just going to layer these ribbons all together. So again, find your center, make some little notches, and then you're going to use a pipe cleaner to tie this all together. So here we go. We're going to layer this on top of your last little bit of ribbon. And what we're doing is we're going to create a Christmas tree topper. This is what I love to do. I love to create a big bow on top of my trees. And I'm going to make this underneath my poinsettia topper. Okay, so again, I just measured the length of my arm, and this is going to be my last set of ribbon. Now, again, this was from Dollar Tree and it was the fall ribbon, but you guys could always just use buffalo check plaid ribbon. They have it at Walmart, they have it at Hobby Lobby. Pretty much everywhere has buffalo check plaid ribbon. Even I think Dollar General has it. Okay, so find again your center. You can make the little notch, and then you can just tie it off with a pipe cleaner. So you're just going to layer these all together, and this is going to create that big, beautiful Olivia bow that you're going to use as a tree topper. Have fun with it. Take a deep breath. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. I promise you, keep trying. Now, listen, I have been addicted to the Easy Bow Maker. So if you've been using your Easy Bow Maker, you can easily make a Christmas tree topper with the Easy Bow Maker. So go for that as well. Now, here's the fun part. The part that I love is to fluff your bow out. Again, more awkward mom dancing or fun and fabulous dancing for the holidays. Jam out, put on some music, and have fun with this. But really pull out all of your notches in your ribbon, because that is going to fluff your bow. Lots and lots of fluffing. That is a key to your bows. I love big bows, and I cannot lie. You have got to fluff your bow. Pull out all those ribbon loops. That's really going to give your bow that standout wow factor that you really, really want. And then you're just going to take that pipe cleaner and tie your bow on. Now, see, here's what I'm talking about. Even after I fluffed my bow, I'm going to fluff it some more. And there's your big plume on top with your poinsettias. And then you can even go in and add more picks to the top of that. You guys know me, I love to go totally over the top. This is how I do my trees, but you guys do you. Here's the other tip I have for you. These are just ideas for how you might want to do your tree, but use your creative eye, which I know you guys have one, and use the colors that you love. So instead of using this buffalo check plaid, use pinks, use purples, use blues and silvers and champagnes. You don't have to do my colors. You guys can use the same style, but just use your colors. Now, Dollar Tree is also carrying pine cone picks. Who knew? They're really getting high end, you guys. So add some pine cone picks, add some berries. They're carrying these beautiful champagne berries. You can add glam into your farmhouse, which I absolutely love. Now, I'm going in with more Dollar Tree ornaments. I'm telling you guys, I used all Dollar Tree supplies on this tree, minus some Walmart poinsettia picks that I add on the end. So get creative, have fun.
Well, I've got news for you. I know you're waiting. Christmas is right here. Well, I've got news for you. I know you're waiting. Christmas.
Now, the other thing I also have to mention when you all are choosing your ornaments, even from Dollar Tree, choose ornaments that are sparkly, that also have some softness, like the little Dollar Tree sweater ornaments, and then also some ornaments that are shiny. So try to choose a variety that will give your eye some interest, and even some handmade ornaments that'll give your tree some sentimental value. So really have fun and go for it, and also have your kiddos pitch in, jam out some Christmas music, and have fun with this.
Oh yeah, the Christmas spirit's coming on. Love is in the air, my heart is filled with peace. It comes back every year just to set my mind at ease. Oh, Christmas is a part of me. Ooh.
The next thing I want to tell you to keep your eye out for if you love to do designer inspired looks on a budget is Dollar Tree is putting out packs of cedar picks. They come in a 6-pack. They are an excellent thing to add to your tree toppers, to your wreaths, especially if you're going to sell beautiful wreaths or garlands, or if you just want to do a designer look for your home like me. Grab some of those. They're definitely going to add some sparkle and shine. The other thing I want you to look for at Walmart are these beautiful poinsettia picks. They're 98 cents. They're putting them out in these farmhouse colors. They also have them in just plain colors, glam, pretty much every color they have. These have been my secret weapon for years and years and years now. And I'll tell you what, I have had the best time decorating this tree. Christmas is my jam. I love decorating. You guys know me, I love decorating, period. But I love decorating for Christmas. I could honestly do a Christmas tree for every single style. Here's another fun thing that Walmart is putting out. They're putting out these cute little curly cute ting things. Now, for some reason, they're $1.48 and their poinsettia little clips are only 98 cents. I don't know why. Maybe the little curly cute things are harder to make, but grab some of those. They just really make a huge difference and a really big impact. So, I just sprinkled a couple of the poinsettias throughout this tree, and it really helped all of this buffalo check plaid colors come together. So truly, this tree was very, very budget friendly. And I can almost guarantee if you guys wanted to try this look, it would be so easy to do because I know the majority of you all probably already have some of these colors on hand. Now, here's a little trick. Grab a really inexpensive piece of fabric. This is just this checkerboard fabric. It's from Hobby Lobby. I believe it was maybe $6 for about 1.5 yards or 2 yards. This is just some Amazon boxes that I wrapped in some gift wrap. And then these are some Dollar Tree DIYs. Go check out the rest of my I Love Christmas series. You guys, we have done almost 40 Dollar Tree DIYs just for the 2020 season alone. I'm going to link a huge I Love Christmas series playlist down below. It's going to take you through hundreds, and I mean hundreds of Dollar Tree DIYs and Christmas decorating, fall decorating, so many different ideas for you guys to do on a budget. Listen, I know so many of you guys may be on a budget this season, or you just want to do designer inspired looks and have money left over to spend on your loved ones. So you can make your home fabulous. And I love to share with you guys so many things. I know so many of you guys have been telling me too, you're coming together and decorating with your friends and family, or you're doing projects with your loved ones. So I just want to encourage you guys, have fun with it, keep up the good work. And crafting is also really good for your mental health. I know it is for me. So check out how cute all of these Dollar Tree ornaments just look, clustered together, layered on top of one another. And then here's some of those little DIY poinsettias we've been doing. You can make poinsettias out of ribbon. So maybe you can't find those poinsettias at Walmart, or maybe you can't get out. Look, you guys can do these and make them out of ribbon. They're so easy to do. So go check out that DIY video. It's one of the last ones I just posted. So you guys, I love you. And as always, hey, comment and let me know, what was your favorite idea in this video that I shared with you guys? Was it the ribbon? Was it the way we used ornaments? Was it some of the ways that I did some of the things around the bottom and the base of the tree? So don't leave that base of your tree empty. Throw some poinsettias under there or some little handmade snowman. I've been sharing with you guys how to make snowmen out of your extra pumpkin decor. Wrap some Amazon boxes. You guys can use, I've been sharing with you guys how to make wrapped packages out of old fabric. So fun. And also those little cute little pillows, you guys, you can order those pillow coverings on Amazon for next to nothing. So have fun with it. Get creative. I can't wait to see what you guys are going to be posting for the holidays on my Facebook group page. You guys have just been so creative through fall, and I love to see what you guys are up to. I'm just really thankful and blessed. It just makes my heart sparkle and shine to see everybody's creativity. And check out and share with you guys how I decorated my Christmas tree for a pink Christmas. So I'm starting out with some large bling wrap. You get this at dazzle.com, and I'm going to link their website down below as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and loop it into the Christmas tree, and with this flocked tree it holds in really well. So I just cut pieces that are the length of the Christmas tree. You'll probably have to measure your tree to know how long you want to make your pieces, and then as you can see, I'm just twist tying them to the top with the little evergreen branches, and then I'm pulling out a loop, and then I'm just kind of pushing it into the tree and taking the branches and kind of crossing them over on themselves to kind of get it to hold just a little bit better. So I took and I used the bling wrap down each side of this tree and then also down the front. This is a really fun way to add a lot of extra sparkle and shine if you guys are a bling lover or you just love that extra razzle dazzle. Now I'm just taking some strips of lace. I found this lace at the thrift store, but they have it at Michael's, and this pretty little pink ribbon. Again, I found it at the thrift store, but you guys can get it at Walmart or the craft stores, and I'm just layering it over the bling wrap. So I kind of want the bling wrap to kind of be twist tied in there, and you can see I'm kind of pulling out little poofs. They're about 12 to 16 inch poofs. Again, the length of your ribbon is going to depend on the size of your tree, but I cut mine about the length of my tree or a little bit longer. I hope that helps. And this is a 6.5 inch flocked tree that I got at Walmart last season. I do believe that they still have it this season. And then I'm just going to add in some of these beautiful florals. I believe this is a wedding bouquet from Hobby Lobby, found it at a garage sale. And here's one of my large Olivia bows that I make. I will also put a bow video down below, but this is just a giant bow with some silver and gold ribbon and then some beautiful pink fluffy feathers. I got these at Hobby Lobby. I just popped those into the top of the little wedding bouquet, and then it's really fun to add some poinsettias underneath your big bouquet, and that's going to give your tree topper a little bit of stability. And then I decided to pop in a little bit of deco mesh. This is just some Dollar Tree deco mesh in the pink, and I just used one roll kind of at the front of the tree to kind of give it a little bit of fluff. And then here are some beautiful ornaments. Now I have collected these over the years. Some of them are handmade, some of them are Dollar Tree, garage sale. I have been collecting pink ornaments for years, so it's just a big variety. Now, these stars are from Dollar Tree, I believe, and they're really great fillers. They're kind of a beautiful champagne color. And then I also decided that I needed a couple of candy striped ornaments, so I am just, for this next DIY, going to chalk paint these thrift store ornaments. They're just plastic gold ornaments, but the chalk paint works amazing on them, you guys. So just go ahead and chalk paint the heck out of some ornaments if you want a little bit of variety. And then we're going to add some beautiful pink candy stripes with some of that apple barrel craft paint. So I just took that pink blush craft paint and then I just began to add stripes to each ornament. So for this ornament, I just tried to follow the lines of the ornament that were already in the ornament to try and make it kind of look pink candy stripe. But I'm going to tell you guys right now that I am not the best at drawing straight lines. So if you all struggle with this as well, or if it's just a little bit difficult because you're using paint and you're just trying to do a quick ornament, give yourself some grace. Let go and just have fun crafting. It does not have to be perfect. In fact, when I was done with these, I was actually kind of excited because you could see that the lines weren't perfect and it wasn't from a store and it was very handmade. So again, just let go and have fun crafting. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I thought these were just so pretty with these bright kind of candy striped colors. And then I did go ahead and take some Mod Podge after the pink paint had dried and cover them with a layer of Mod Podge. That really helps the ornaments last a lot longer. And of course, you guys know the drill. I had to add a little bit of glitter, and this even had a little bit of Epsom salt mixed in to kind of give it that icicle effect. Now the Epsom salt does have a tendency to pop off, so if you don't like that, I would just suggest maybe sticking with glitter. but oh my goodness, I felt like these were like little sugar plum fairy ornaments, and they were made from some junky thrift store ornaments. So I did go ahead and add them kind of to the front and center of this tree. And then I just continued popping tons and tons of fun collected ornaments into this tree. Again, you guys, I have so many. I did actually a pink Christmas photo shoot for Vintage Holiday magazine for 2018. So I really stocked up on ornaments for that photo shoot, and I made a bunch of them, as you guys can imagine. And I am mixing in gold ornaments to this tree. I want it to be super glam. And if you guys don't like the pink, you could always go for blues or purples, or you could do a white and silver tree with this whole look. This is a very over-the-top look. I've done several different styles for you guys with rustic, glam, farmhouse, and chic this season. So if you guys like more of those traditional styles, definitely check out some of my other videos. But this one is all about the pink today. And then I am adding in some of those little white, they're Walmart poinsettia clips. It's one of my secret weapons for this pink tree to really fill it out and just give it that dimension. As you can tell now, you can see it's really filling out, and the pink ornaments are popping against the white. And then I also even added in some of my summer florals like roses, pink roses from some of my summer DIYs, just all kinds of fun goodies. I love my tree to look super extra and sparkling and full. And oh my goodness, here is a close-up shot. This just makes my heart sparkle and shine. You guys can see all the different layers and textures with the bling wrap and the lace, and then all the different ornaments just kind of mixed in with different shades of pink. I just think it's looking gorgeous and kind of vintage chic. So on this little chair, I used a wedding skirt train to cover it and look a little bit more romantic and glam. And then I'm using this beautiful tree skirt. My wonderful friend Rhoda from Rhoda's Ruffles made this for me. She has such a wonderful talent in creating ruffled tree skirts and ruffled pillows and blankets, and she is such a treasure and a doll. I'll link her Etsy shop below for you guys. So here is my tree. It's like a sugar plum fairy candy land, and I believe for the Vintage Holiday magazine, that's what they called this tree that I did. It was similar but a little bit different. It was sugar plum holiday, I believe. So if you guys can dig back and find a copy of that, definitely check that out. And to start out decorating this tree, I'm going to use 6 rolls of the Dollar Tree Deco mesh. So I'm just starting it at the top and I'm twist tying it with the branches. So what you do is just take the branches and cross them over, and then you kind of swirl your deco mesh down. So I'm pulling it out in kind of little fluffy, about every 12 inches I'm pulling it out and then tucking it into the tree and crisscrossing it around. I like using the deco mesh because it's going to give my tree a lot fuller of an effect. So I really like to go over the top with my Christmas decorations, and I want my tree to look really full and fluffy. So I'm just going to continue to use the rolls of deco mesh. I just use the entire roll. I don't even cut it, and it's the Dollar Tree Deco mesh, if that helps you guys at all. So here is what the Christmas tree looks like with the deco mesh just kind of swirled in place here and there. And now I'm going to share with you guys, I'm taking burlap ribbon and then 2 different buffalo check plaid ribbons. I got the burlap ribbon at burlapfabric.com. I'll leave a coupon code below for $5 off. The code is Olivia Fall if you guys want to take advantage of that. But you're just going to take your ribbon, you're going to start at the top of your tree, and then about every 12 to 16 inches, you're going to pull it out and then again crisscross it over and just kind of layer it. And so I went from the top of the tree and I layered it in about 4 to 5 really large loops down the tree and to the side. And then I'm starting at the top and I'm going the opposite direction. So they're actually even going to crisscross. I really felt like it made this tree just really pop with a crisscross ribbon pattern. And I love how the layered ribbon looks. I love the buffalo check plaid, and honestly, I couldn't decide if I wanted to use the red and black or the white and black. So I just went for both of them. I hope you guys are loving this. Definitely comment and let me know what you think about this. So the size of the burlap ribbon that's under it is actually 6 inches wide. And my ribbon strips are cut in about 7.5 to 8 foot cuts. So hopefully that's a reference point for you guys. But if you guys have a smaller tree, of course you'd cut your ribbon shorter. I hope that helps. Comment and let me know if you guys have questions. But I continued to add just more ribbon until I used 1 roll of the black and red check buffalo plaid ribbon and then 1 roll of the white and black. And I got each one of them at Hobby Lobby, and so it was 75 foot total for each roll. So now I'm just going to use some of those Dollar Tree florals. I love making a huge floral tree topper. I'm just taking a pipe cleaner and I'm pipe cleaning these florals on. So I used a variety of some of those repurposed ones that I shared with you guys a DIY on in the last video. I spray painted them, and then just some red berries and some lamb's ear. And here it is with the tree topper added. Ooh, I'm just loving this. Okay, so we need to add some ornaments. Now, I've been sharing with you guys a ton of Dollar Tree DIY ornaments, and believe it or not, these are beach balls and pumpkins repurposed. You guys definitely need to go check out that DIY video if you need some great little ideas on how to make some homemade ornaments for super cheap. Here was another DIY pumpkin sign repurpose that we just add a little red truck to and some bows. So this is why I get started making my crafts really early, because I actually use all my crafts to decorate with, and I do give them as gifts as well. But I'm continuing to add more ornaments, and these are just ornaments that I have collected at the thrift store. So I'll pop into the thrift store, grab a thing of ornaments, and I do that over the year, and that way by the end, when it comes time for Christmas, I'll have a bunch. And so I'm just using this little $1 tablecloth that I found at a garage sale, and I'm beginning to add some more of my fun little DIYs to the base. That is a Pier 1 Imports package dupe that I shared with you guys. And then there's a little thrift store Santa that I found, and another little package that I made. Now, those 2 little packages aren't real, but that center one is. So I'm also love to add Dollar Tree signs underneath my tree. So you guys can see that little Dollar Tree little red truck sign next to that little burlap bag, and then another little sign. I like to do this just to fill the tree out now, because I haven't quite done a lot of my Christmas shopping yet, but it is coming soon. I'll share with you guys how to wrap some packages and also some budget-friendly gift ideas as well. So here it is with all of the beautiful ornaments on it. I used Dollar Tree ornaments, thrift store ornaments, and handmade repurposed ornaments. And there's those little snow people I also shared with you guys how to make. So I hope you guys are loving this Christmas tree so far, and I hope it's also giving you guys some ideas for those of you that have been following along with a lot of my Dollar Tree DIYs, how to use them in your Christmas decor. I have had so much fun crafting with you guys, and guess what? We have so many more crafts to come. I think so far this season we've done over 100 Dollar Tree DIYs. So I love to get started early because it is so fun to craft and make beautiful treasures just to make your home gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. Remember, you guys can always customize your Christmas tree using your favorite colors, ribbons, deco mesh, whatever you love, and I hope you guys are just inspired to craft and decorate it, and hey, you can make it fabulous on a budget. If you all are new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home. I'm a DIY crafty mama. I love to share with you guys how you can have a boutique gorgeous home on a budget. I don't believe that you have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. Keep your home tidy and decorate it and just have fun loving on it. And remember, bloom where you're planted. That's what I've always done. I'm still in the same little house I've always been in. I slapped a coat of paint on the walls, and you know, just worked on getting things changed around to make it look all a little bit different. If you guys are wondering, you've been with me from the beginning. But hey, thank you guys for everybody that comes back and loves on me. This community right here is amazing. I know everybody is trying to stay really positive through these times, and just remember that you always have a voice and you can use your voice for good. So love on people in comment sections, especially on social media, and share things and just be kind. And if you can't be kind, leave some pretty heart emojis and call it good, or keep on scrolling. So I love y'all to the moon and back. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. If you have a prayer request, drop it in the comment section of this video. I have some amazing prayer warriors out there that are part of this community, and I know they would love to love on you and pray for you and all of the good stuff. Hey, Benji Bear needs my attention, my little puppy dog. So I love y'all. I can't wait for our next video. We're gonna decorate up these trees, and until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to other. We'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.
That I love you.